the sun has just set. We are at our favorite pub because it is the only pub in Upshot. So our heroes have been given a nice private table up top near the sleeping area. They've been given food and ale to sit around and talk and rest after their encounter with the hobgoblins. They all understand that the time is ticking, and the party is scattered to the wind. Like literally, well, they do know, they've heard the scuttlebutt about Protege has disappeared into the Underdark. Some nonsense about riding a dragon somewhere. Melania. Oh my crapping. Melania is still asleep in the room adjacent to them, and we are.
I would have checked to see if she was in there when we first got back, because I know sometimes she's out, sometimes she's there.
Well, she's still there with that deep slumber curse. So the moon is starting to come up, and the moonlight is starting to shine in through some of the windows. Moonlight comes across Melania's face, so it's shining on her. We don't know if it will bother her or not. But we're going to cut over to the other room and join the conversation of our intrepid goblin or hobgoblin hunters and see what they have to say while they're waiting to hear something from the castle or their fellow companions.
So by my take, the more that the Empress kills of her own people, the stronger the Lich becomes. It is somewhat powerful from taking their magic, but if it takes their lives, it becomes more powerful.
Yeah.
To stop the growth of the Lich, we need to get the Drow that have been infected out and in the container with that dragon that is sworn to protect them.
And them to protect the dragon and the dragon's young.
Correct.
So
as was promised by the other short, elvish human person.
It's really too bad Ben couldn't play tonight. He'd have been really helpful with this because he's in Zurich.
That's who I'm talking about, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, if he could just send a little message. Anybody know where he's at by chance?
I haven't seen him for a few days.
You can roll history
different ways. Well, no bonus. 10.
Luckily, it's not like that difficult because last time we saw him that he was being escorted back to Fort Lightbringer, the fall. So he was going back to be with the Resistance people until he was needed.
So that's where we should probably go.
Or at least send a messenger that direction for him to get word, and then us to maybe go towards it. Maybe it would be less time if we went towards the Drow that need to be saved and send word to him. He has ways of magically sending messages, so he wouldn't need to go with us.
I know, but we need to find him so that he can send the magical message. Because
Well,
I don't have a way to send a magical message to him.
No, we don't have to send a magical message to him. We send a messenger to him.
We'll be the messengers.
No. We would go to the bad guys that we need to do bad.
No, we'll go to Sarek and let him talk to the bad guys.
No. We need him to talk to the good guys.
Oh.
That are being oppressed by the bad guys. We need to confront the bad guys when he contacts the good guys.
We got to replenish the fob anyways. Might as well carry a couple barrels down and get that batch of arrows off the forge for you.
So while all this is going, for some reason these two are very loud speaking, and poor Melanie has been just like a fly on the wall, and these conversations has been going on for like hours. So this sort of going back and forth, talking about it. It's like, how does Melanie feel?
Very aggravated.
So, very, very accurate.
Yes.
Lass, you
Guys.
haven't touched your ale. Would you like another glass?
No, thank you. Let's just decide something and do it instead of going back and forth, please. I just want to go to my animals.
Oh, so you have something with the animals. See, I have a very special worship thing that I do every day. I can't let the sun go down on me sober.
That is not surprising, and you are very successful at that. But whatever we are doing today, let's do it. So
It's night. The sun.
whatever we're doing tonight, are we going to the fob? What are we doing?
I vote to go to the fall,
At night.
We need to.
so we can find Sirik. And also, there's the fastest direction to that tunnel that we found. That has the dragon in it.
So, Heather,
Ah.
again, you can come anytime.
She's like,
I-
I'm not
I-
joining
oh,
this crap.
No,
I don't
no,
want you.
I'm just saying. So while all this is going up, you hear some commotion downstairs. You know, in the general bar area. You hear a lot of talking, and you hear some like shuffling, like sounds like a lot of stand up, like people standing up, things like that. A few minutes later, you hear steps, heavy steps coming up the stairs. Would anyone like to roll an insight?
11, naked.
Okay, 11. Because I'll tell you what you want.
I get a 17.
17.
Oh, usually
Oh,
don't.
I actually have a plus 4 on insight. I didn't know that. So 15 total.
Am I wrong?
I didn't know insight was one of the things he got.
It's one of the few things of that nature that actually has a plus 2.
15.
Most of everything is
Okay, 15. Well, everyone actually had pretty good insight. Knowing what you all have done, like the sounds of this is pretty heavy, and it's definitely some armor involved. So you're probably assuming that Sir Charles is coming up. Like because there's like clunk, coming up because that's the most heavily armored
Person we
person around that usually comes to you all here. Because Orion, that's the other heavily armored person, has never come over here. So again, you're assuming that it's probably Sir Charles. Of course, luckily, I probably should have told you all earlier. Should have hid this character. But in comes the door. Is Nick. Now, Nick the Lightbringer. For many of you, it's the first time you've seen him without his full garb since he was promoted to the Lightbringer. So,
Hi, lad, you're looking a wee bit naked.
he goes, he said, I came to see my honey. She doesn't like when I'm all decked out. She can't see my face.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It takes a little while longer when you do the armor, I know. Trying to show your face, I mean.
so he's like dwarfs.
I could see where that would be a
Yeah,
problem.
so Nick is just taken aback by a little bit, but he sort of grins slyly. After all, his lady is pregnant, so he's like, I gotta keep coming and visiting, and if I don't come every night, she gets worried. With all the bad going on, he said, I'm glad to find you all still here for the night. The queen is still very weak from her adventures from where you all brought her back. It's like
The 10th planet hell.
that's how she's described it. That sounds exactly what it was. After being almost 5 days in that hellscape, I don't know how any of you all were there for a few hours without it being.
I remembered what I had waiting for me.
Well, it's like I'm surprised that you didn't evaporate with all the alcohol, with all the heat, with that alcohol.
Dwarvish constitution, lad. If you go a little bit of beer, you might be able to hold some ale.
So, I'm gonna see if Nick here.
Oh, you
I'm
had
gonna
to
see
stay
if,
hydrated, right?
oh, Nick rolls a natural 20. he sort of stands with his perception. He sort of stands back, and there's actually someone behind him. And comes through the shadows. It's a very dark shadow. Is a very dark cloaked person.
What manner of horny beast is that?
You've not.
I look over my shoulder. I goes, "Oh, she's with us."
She? It has a gender.
And a tail.
I don't think that word exists.
And a tail.
Well, what did she tell you? Is telling me that's not from this plane.
What is
I've seen a lot of crazy shites around here. They even told me they went and fought the
I
devil.
thought there was already one in the party before, right?
He's
Never seen one? Oh, okay.
He's not met one.
Yeah, describe your character. Have you heard this? Have you heard the description of her character?
It's a horny character with red eyes. What do I need to know about it?
Is it red?
Gold
Or
eyes.
Gold eyes.
Gold eyes.
Black skin. Mostly you don't see it unless she takes her gloves off, but she's red from here to here. On her legs.
Black and red.
Mostly black, but you only ever see the black because they're all.
Never seen a tiefling, have you?
No.
She's pretty tall. And she is pretty tall.
Is that a common question? Have you ever seen a tiefling? Have you ever
No,
seen
it's an infernal question.
Have you ever seen a beardless dwarf?
Aye.
Yes, but she was very young.
Aye. Okay. Nice to meet
For
you.
some reason,
You
there's a
as
little
well.
cloud forming over your head.
So Nick, what brings you upstairs? I know your lady love's in the service industry downstairs.
So Nick says that he's been able to receive word from Projet in a very cryptic.
Yes.
Yeah, in a very
I wish that she did.
very cryptic way. So he'll come up and sit. He'll come up and sit next to you all. He just sits down. And he says, "This is not common knowledge, but with everything going on, I would really need a group of well-versed trackers and people that possibly know the Underdark, and that could get in and out. Projet has requested assistance to get himself out of the Underdark."
Assistance to get himself out. He got himself in. Does he not remember the way? How did he get a message to you?
It's like I have like a very special bond with Projet. That
Oh.
it's like Projet was the one that introduced me to my first girlfriend, and got me out of just being a regular night guard. I was like, I wouldn't be here today without him. And we had an adventure a long time ago, I guess is the best way to put it. And we actually had sending stones, and I received a message from him on that.
Oh. So was he your pimp or her pimp?
So I'm going to see if she hears this. Okay. Oddly, she does not. It's like Nick just ignores it because he's not going to say anything about his first girlfriend and his first love and the person he lost his virginity to.
Of course, nobody would say anybody about them. Freaking bear.
So he asks. He says, first he has told us a way into the Underdark that we did not know.
Let me guess, it goes down.
So it is not near the fall.
Generally, or in a mountain.
But he wants to rendezvous with a group of people that he trusts. Like we were able to talk a few things before the Sending Stones ran out for the day, and he requested Belny because he trusts Belny, and he asked for you, Kill, because he needed you
Great, he
with
must
your
have broken his
experience.
stirrup.
So
He needs his traveling companion reshawled.
So So he did this.
His name is Shad.
And right now, and he looks around the table and he looks at you two and he says, I'm glad that both of you are up and well. The queen believes that there could be some drow, or not drow signs, but some druid signs this direction too, because the druid has been seen in this area recently. At least it was believed from like the rumors. So, and I also understand that some of you will have tracking abilities when you're looking at Melania. So this I believe is the best group that we get, because we were going to send our Shadow Compass group, but we've not been able to find Slick or Shadow Scar for the past couple days.
Imagine not being able to find the rogue when you need one.
So
I thought one of them was dead. I thought Shadow Scar died. Didn't they kill that guy? Or did he? No, he got away with something he wasn't supposed to. Oh, the shiny bubble. He's the guy that got away with the shiny bubble.
yes, but they don't know that.
We do.
You were there with it.
He was too. Oh, I told them all this already.
I know, but Nick
Yeah.
does not know this.
No, I say it out loud. Yeah, he was the guy with the shiny bubble.
He doesn't quite understand what you're talking
Bubbles.
about.
Well, the Cyric guy called it an orb. He has one too, but they all look like shiny magic bubbles to me.
Oh yeah, his had a hammer in it. The other one was different.
Yep. But the
Yeah.
other guy stole the one that we didn't want stolen.
The other one was an eyeball of some sort.
Yeah, he stole it. Shadow Scar. But he morphed into some other guy for a second too, so
It was a shape changer, I do believe, is what we were told.
I think that's what it was.
I was kind of hoping that's what that was over there, but it's still that
No.
same shape.
No, she's pretty cool. Damn good tracker.
Oh, so you're part bloodhound, are you?
Something like that. She was raised by giants. Watch out.
Say what?
Yes, I was raised by giants.
Rescued.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he not like giants?
You'll actually flip over and show you the scar wounds on his wrist where he
Hold
was
on.
chained to the forge from giants.
You're a dwarf.
Enlarge.
Careful.
I say you might go through the floor if you enlarge yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a few
No,
stories
but
now.
I'll what I do. All the water, yes.
Yeah, I think you got on your tablet.
It's fine. But yeah, he it's like an instant sober up for
Okay.
him when you say giants.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The giants.
Two keywords: giants and orcs.
Yeah,
No-
not orcs. Not orcs.
No bueno.
Yeah, not orcs.
But it was my time there. They saved me too from the orcs that killed my clan. And then they enslaved me and made me work their forge. That's how I learned all these fun giant tricks I have.
I am killed. I think she'll be able to be of assistance to us. So let's
Oh, I'm not
just
saying she's
settle
not. I
back.
just
Let's
feel bad for her rearing. I probably have grown horns too.
She, I think she had those already. But she did learn some giant things too.
I agree.
I did not get enslaved by them, and I'm sorry that is what happened.
But her people were wiped
What
out.
do you do?
people
Were they
were
of the
wiped
clan of the
out.
north?
I don't know.
No, we don't have her.
Trying to remember which area of
She's
the map.
a little more north
More
than
north?
me, correct?
It's north.
Was she
It's
thinking
still-
about one of
from
the giants?
She's from the northern clan.
It's still the same forest. She's just on the other side of the forest that you were. But it's,
Well,
it's
well,
all-
he's
Was
asking.
your clan involved in the giant wars?
you can,
I don't have
Well,
that
I figured if they
history info.
saved her and didn't treat her like crap,
you
maybe
can
not.
roll history, or you can say yes or no.
Okay,
So you
well,
can
I'm-
make it up, or he
Yeah.
can make
okay,
it up.
okay. Then I'm gonna go with no.
All right then.
So you roll insight if you want.
17.
So, is there any deception to that, or is it
Well then, if it was not your clan, it must have been because I was caught in the war between the storm giants and the fire giants.
What kind of giants were
roll a
you?
history.
Do you remember what kind of giants raised you?
No, I didn't.
History's a 13.
Right. You do remember Dwayne, because Dwayne has been at the fob.
The other Goliath.
Yeah, the Goliath, and he had talked about there's a clan that he'd been watching the sort of to the northwest that had been moving a bunch that he'd had dealings with. So and there's been history about there are some giant clans to the northeast too in the mountains. So there are plain giants, there are the forest giants, and there are the mountain giants through. But recently, Dwayne had seen a lot of movement by the plain giants to the northwest.
These were mountain giants, storm and fire that were in the battle that I was in the midst of being enslaved. Commissioned, I believe they said was the fancy word for it. I was commissioned.
By force.
When Rocky fell in one of the battles, there was enough leeway for the abbot to find him and I. And I think he also found that Drow, but that was from a different fight. But Sonny and I came here together. Not Sonny, but Rocky. Giant rock with lips. There's not been a better name given to a creature. Unless I could call him Dummy.
Out of game, I want to ask you, friends with Thor?
Thorgrim's the
To
new.
your freedom, son.
Thorgrim is
Thorfinn.
It is one of the new characters. So
Half Thor Bjornsson.
Come out.
Nick sort of just lowers his head. I thought I don't think we can have any more trouble. I was like, we hopefully we don't add giants to the headache of the city.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's do
that's
that.
why we came this far south. But anyway, so we need to go and find our singing, dancing, dragon riding big mouth.
So that's a pretty good description of him. Yes. So
Do you remember-
Okay.
do you remember his-
you forgot Hag touched.
Hag touched. I wonder where she touched him.
Is that
That's the problem. She wants to. He said no for the first time.
All right. Well, I need 4 barrels of ale to take back to the fob, and we'll be on our way.
He's like 4.
and I need
Well,
a
the others
big-
have to have something to drink too.
It's like you're all not going to the fob though. Are you?
Oh, he's not in the fob?
No, he's sent to the location that is another way into the Underdark. So it's not.
Oh, do you know where it's at?
That's what he just told us.
Yes, that's like like we have the location of this entrance that we're supposed to meet up with him.
Oh, then lead on. I got the barrel for the road.
Yeah.
So he looks and sort of huffs. He said, "I'll get the barkeep to
drive
fill
the
it."
wagon.
Hmm?
I said, I'll drive the wagon.
Mm.
Okay.
Good Graber, I've got the reins.
So okay. So are all of you going to go?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to leave Projet, as stupid as he was,
Well,
there by himself. So yeah,
I'm always here to help and
I'll
get
be
paid.
willing to go.
Well, you've been
Alright.
around Projet the most.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't like conflict.
I know.
So like, and for whatever reason,
Spoils the
He
war
thought
anyway.
he could.
he does crazy stuff. After all, that's how he got in trouble with the hag.
The spoils
Yes.
are spoils.
So he tried to not go into a fight with the hag.
Oh,
So yes,
In-
I'm gonna go.
in my down rest time while we're goofing around, I would have been tinkering with that piece of turtle shell to turn it into a shield. I know it's not going to be there yet, but I'd be tinkering with it, working to turn it into a shield eventually.
So
I know it doesn't have any extra whatever, just
So,
For purposes
by someone skilled, it could.
Have you ever had a turtle shell bow?
Bow.
Well,
I'm using the shield, but it's more for
with
aesthetics.
dragon heartstring for the string.
Yes, both the new dwarves are going to be crafting stuff. So
because I have a good bit of crafting myself as far as woodworking and the smithing and whatnot.
But sadly, it's not wood.
Yeah, I know. Not
So,
far off.
so Nick hears you talking about the bow, and
Yeah, I need
he
to pick
actually
up
has
my bow.
one on his back, and he's like, I thought that you looked odd.
Naked.
Yeah.
Odd.
And I would literally hold the turtle shell up. It squished my bow.
So he then takes it off around his shoulder and comes down and lays the bow on with his quiver, and lays it down. He's like, this is standard equipment. There's nothing special. It's all soldiers are issued it. It's like feel free to take it. It's a lot faster than going to the armory.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you all would need before you
So
go?
I'm assuming just a regular quiver 20.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right, cool.
So you should just be able to turn it back on.
Actually, I think I might need a crossbow. I kind of left my ranged weapons in the bridge.
You threw your axes. So it's like, I don't really have a crossbow, but we do have hatchets downstairs that they cut the wood with.
Okay, I can take two of those.
It's like, what do you want?
Just a couple
Those-
hand axes.
It's like,
Hatchets count. I think that's considered a hand axe. Is the
Yeah.
same one and the same, right?
Yeah.
yeah, let's,
Size wise and what?
yeah. So it's like time's a little bit of the essence. So we'll try to get you all there. I actually have a horse and cart down that way. We're going a little covert. Another reason why I'm not in my armor.
A couple of daggers if you can scrounge them up when you get one. You're good.
So
Yeah.
he literally
Something simple. Just simple.
and puts them on the table.
Yeah, that works.
He's like, you're
This is like we're playing.
you're not getting on my breastplate though.
No.
I thought we were playing.
I pull my
through
I pull my cloak back enough to go. Nah, I prefer the lightweight leather. It's a little more nimble.
So he's like, when we get there, I'll get you in the tunnel, and then I will stand guard at the tunnel to make sure nothing comes in from the tunnel. It's like, is this acceptable?
Alright. You guard the ale.
So, and I'll watch your barrel. So, and with this, you all will, I assume get your last bit of drink, or if you're shoveling any food in your mouth, and we will head down to the downstairs. You notice that there's a few patrons down the bottom. And Nick comes up to his like his friend who owns the bar, gives her a big hug and says, hopefully I'll be back before morning. She gives him a look and mouths something to him. So Nick sort of shakes his head. You all go out, and again, there's a cart. It's a very it's got a cover on it, so all you all could get in there. You do notice, though, near the stables that there's a sleeping roar still there. Nothing subtle about roar, so that's why we're not really taking it.
He's half orc.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's very, very large orc. He's 1 inch away from being considered a large creature. He's very big.
No, not him. He's not here. Roar's not here.
That's
No, I
cute.
know that,
Yeah.
but how does this one feel about
Not
that?
happy.
Not happy.
Oof.
So-
No.
So
And they allowed him to wake me up.
So which was fine.
Luckily, my weapons weren't close by.
So the horse-drawn carriage, like I said, it's parked in the dark around the corner. Like you all load up silently, and Nick puts a cloak over his head and gets in the driver's seat. And then you all venture on out into the darkness. The moon is out. So
Is it? You said it's a covered
yes, so it's
card or cloth?
cloth.
Okay.
So again, it's just trying to he don't like this is sort of quiet, so they don't want anyone to really know what's
Right.
going on.
I'll be sitting at the back, bow ready, just in case.
So don't be sticking out of it.
Right.
So you're all in a cover.
Yeah. Covered, hood down, cloak
Yes.
around.
Because no one can see you all
Hooked
in
up.
there.
Yeah. I can
It just looks like a lone merchant.
totally stealthing as best as possible in the
Yes.
back of it.
Let's see how that.
Are we hiding, my friend?
Yes. Hide. Yes.
you go.
Get down. Hide. Be quiet. I will guard the rear.
So we're going.
Keep hitting
We're
out.
going to find out how long it took you to get there.
Quicker the better.
Okay. So, well,
I'll tell the driver
you-
quicker the better.
well,
Or
you,
Nick.
you do not hurry through the city. Like I said, it
Right,
is very conspicuous, especially considering it's at night, which we know what likes to come out at night. Drow. So there have been Drow infiltrate the city a bunch. So we're trying to go through. You get there, the road's sort of bumpy, and you get through. Everything's going pretty smoothly, and Nick says, "We're about to take the cart off road. It's going to get bumpy. All right, so we'll be able to dump about 5 minutes from the cave entrance. All right, so."
Would it be faster or quieter on foot?
Well, it's just
exit, buddy.
so. Well, if you
Seriously, doubt it'll be faster.
it will not be faster.
Okay.
So again, you're just going forward. Like it's a little bumpy and going through, but again, it's not trying to go super fast because it's just looking like you're just a normal person going on the road. Just maybe a supply person or whatever. You actually. Belny probably knows with her sense of direction. Like she's been close to this way before. Like when you went towards the piers, so you're going towards the coast a little bit more.
Okay.
So we're going past those graves.
Yeah. So like you've all went past Ados and stuff like that. So a little ways past those graves, you all turn. You turn into like a little section of that's sort of like hillsides. They're not really mountains, not really rocky mountains or something. They're more like large grassy knolls that come up. And the cart stops. So Nick pulls the thing back and goes up. It's like we're here. It's like I'll lead you to the cave entrance. So if everyone could roll stealth for me.
Also, what's the lighting? Is it like moonlight? Do we have
Yeah.
any? Is it very low? Is it
It's
very
very-
dark?
it's
Is it very bright?
It's moonlight. It's very bright moonlight.
It is very bright moonlight.
It's
Okay.
very bright moonlight.
That's shoddy. I mean, I've got the big bonus, but not that big.
Stuff.
That's what she said.
It's not that big. Look, my bow is big, but it's not that big.
12.
My tail is
21.
bigger. Maybe
Mine's 15.
mine is 9.
What's your favorite train?
I don't know.
Her favorite what?
Don't ask me these
Favorite-
questions.
Favorite train.
Terrain?
That's your feature.
Forest,
I thought it was-
Underdark,
I thought it
plains,
was-
mountains.
I thought it was dark and rock.
Couldn't remember
like
if you
caves
did,
kind of a thing.
mountains.
I thought that's what
maybe,
you
I
had
don't know.
chose,
I
because
literally don't
Being
know.
with the giants and kind of racing the Underdark and whatnot.
I don't remember if it was under. I don't think it was Underdark though.
Would that be on the?
Yeah,
the...
it's on your. It should be under features and traits.
Okay, give me a second.
Kind of to the right of equipment.
Mine's the page besides speed and defense.
Forest Underdark, right? Natural.
Yep, Forest and Underdark.
Forest Underdark. Okay, so you're going through a forest to get
To
to
the
the
Underdark.
to the
Perfect.
to the cave. So
She gets
you
what,
get to add.
advantage,
You
or-
can add your proficiency to your roll.
which I believe
It's
is a
plus
plus
3.
4. No, 3.
She's not 4 yet.
Oh.
So 11.
So,
Oh.
Could be level 9.
I'm a 4. I thought she was.
why do I
Because
have
she's
6 written
still
down?
As a level.
What happened?
I have a plus 6 written down for my initiative. Why?
Yeah, your initiative.
Yes, your
But
initiative.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
No, no, no,
Different.
no,
No, no, no.
Proficiency, sorry. Looking at the wrong one.
Um,
Yeah, and I got a plus 4 written down. I don't know. I shouldn't look
she
at
has
what
a
I have
plus 4
written.
written down.
I probably shouldn't have anything.
It should be a
followed
3.
on
I think it's supposed to be a 3 unless you level to a 9.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, it should be 3.
Why? I hate the way this thing works. Hate it with a passion.
Level 8.
Yeah,
It's saying level 8.
on here, yes. Yeah,
Proficiency 3.
I think I'm, for some odd reason, I've got level 9 written down. I don't know why.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally don't know why.
Alright. It's a quick fix. You got it. There's
No, I know.
But yeah, it's a 3.
just
And so
weird.
you'll add that to the to your
So
stuff.
11?
9,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12.
Oh, I thought you said it was
What'd you
8.
roll?
So
It was a 2
9.
plus 7.
Oh,
It was
I only
for
rolled a 2.
because my stealth is.
But you
Yeah,
rolled a 2.
it is what it is, dude.
I
I
know.
don't know what else to tell you.
Well, at least it's not. You know.
The shiny math rocks give me what I get,
Yeah.
which is not much
She's-
today.
She's still kind of lumbering around from her sleep.
Yeah. Look, I'm a little tired and I feel a little woozy.
Me? I mean sneaky stuff.
So
I critted it. I'm
And I
carrying
had-
a barrel.
Was it Mr. Deeds?
I had an ale before I left.
Really? Are you not disadvantaged with your armor?
Oh, you dirty rat. You gonna make me roll again?
Do
20
you not?
17!
Do you not have? But really, do you not have disadvantage with your armor? Is there not a D next to you on stealth?
Action spell.
Which is why
I
I
just
like
rolled.
studded leather.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what you got on you. 'Cause you got-
Yeah, there's
yeah,
a D with a plus 2.
Yeah, because
See, that goes away with mithril. But still, 17
yeah, so,
plus 2 is 19.
so a crit and a 20 and a 19.
Yep.
Just burn them.
Burn them.
Oh, I thought
Burn
you-
them
I
on
thought you
being
were
silent.
gonna
No,
say that.
my head's hurting.
All right, so
Are we being too loud?
you
No.
you venture through.
I
You,
have that
you
effect.
make
I'm sorry.
you make some noise, or
Oh,
you,
I do have
or
some
you get into the
Advil liquid
moonlight a little
gels
bit,
I
I've already taken
but
it.
it's not like it's excessive.
I
So
can't. I have to.
so the question is,
Something's always hurt.
did anyone hear you?
What do you think? What?
He was asking if a tree fell in the woods. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, so you move.
Did you hear the
You
tree
move
fall,
through
sir?
stealth. So
Um,
some of you may have been
I
seen.
didn't hear any
some,
trees fall.
Some of you may have been seen. Some of you may not have been seen. You won't know until you're in the cave, which we will find out here shortly.